Hello everyone, welcome to Round Glass Living. My name is Chong, and today we are going on a shamanic journey for our higher self, or rather to connect to our higher self. So what is the higher self? Now the higher self is a funny term because we think of it as outside of ourselves because the word higher implies that it's outside of us, that it's in some invisible upper realm. And it is and it isn't, right? Let's look at it from a yogic context. The yogis talk about the self in layers, or they call them sheaths. In Sanskrit, it's known as the kosha. So the koshas are these, think of them as dense layer as the first, and then they get subtler and subtler. So the densest layer is the physical body. Then we have, after that, the mental and the emotional bodies. We don't necessarily know that there's a body around the mental and the emotional. However, we do know that we have thoughts and we have emotions that we can feel. So there is, let's say, a body or a container around those experiences. Then when we get to the fourth and the fifth sheath or layer, we have the wisdom layer and then the blissful layer of the self. And wisdom would be, let's say, I don't know how I know that, but I just somehow know. It's this deep visceral feeling. And the blissful layer is the essence that is connected to the universe and oneness itself. And this is probably what we can equate the higher self to. It's this aspect of self that is completely plugged into source, to universe, that understands that we are not separate entities walking around on our own out there, but that we're intimately and completely connected. And when we're working with the higher self, well, how do we connect to the higher self? Some of us are going to see the personification of some character as the higher self talking back to us. And most of us will do it this way. And some of us will feel the higher self as just this inner experience. It could be through an inner voice or some sort of inner knowing that's coming from the inside out. Either way works because it's the merge of the micro and the macro that really is this experience of union. And so that's what you're going to explore. So don't be worried if you're thinking, oh, well, I don't know if I'm connecting to my higher self right because it's coming from inside. Oh, it's coming from outside. It's both. So how do we connect to the higher self? Well, we're going to use the shape of the pyramid as a sacred geometrical symbol to connect. And there has been this fascination with ancient pyramids around the world, from Egypt to Peru, Mexico, China. There's so many sacred pyramids, and also in other parts of the world. And the shape of the pyramid actually looks like the point of an arrow. And the arrow, it symbolizes the sense of direction. It symbolizes our power to transcend the daily mundane world that we're currently in, the material world, into the upper worlds, or we can say the realm of wisdom. And when we're working with the sacred meaning of the pyramid, there's an upward pyramid and there's a downward pyramid. What we're doing is that we're shifting our awareness. We're trying to get out of the notion that we're just these material things walking around and bumping into people and places and situations, and trying to understand that there is a greater soul purpose at play here. And we want to reconnect to this larger perspective on life. And the merkabah is the symbol that we will use. The merkabah is this upward and downward pyramid that are fused together with a band of light around it that looks a little bit like the Star of David. And the ancient Jewish mystics actually have been using this sacred symbol to tap inwards. And so in today's journey, this is what we will use. So I will invite you to create a pyramid that is four-sided. So if you think of a triangle, it has three sides, and then the fourth side will be the base of the triangle, and that will be the upward pointing pyramid, and then the downward one will be the same. You will be sitting in the center of those two pyramids, and then there'll be a band of light that will just emanate from the spinning of the pyramids. The upward pyramid will go clockwise. The downward pyramid will spin counterclockwise. And this is something that you will imagine happening in your energetic body. So let us get started on today's journey. Please sit up tall. Ground into your two sit bones. Feel the length up to the crown of the head. And take a full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. One more. Full breath to arrive into the present moment, here and now. Feel into your skin. Feel into every single part of your skin and how it wraps around your physical body, your physical self. Feel the air, feel the temperature on your skin. If you're inside, you may feel less pressure of air on your skin. If you're outside, you might feel the wind. So notice the change of texture and temperature on your skin with your environment. And wherever it is that you are, I invite you to command within your inner self, your inner heart, your inner voice, that you are in a sacred space. And this is something you command. You can say that silently to yourself or whisper in your heart, whatever feels most true to you. You can even say it out loud. I command that I am currently here in a sacred space, ready to travel and journey to meet my higher self. And because you have commanded it, so it is. Let's call in the 4 directions, the 4 winds. So please, from the south, visualize the connection of serpent, Mother Serpent. And Mother Serpent is here to help you with the physical body, to shed anything that is dense in the physical body so that you can transcend the physical towards the spiritual. And then call in from the western winds, Mother Sister Jaguar, who is really here to help you connect into the mental, emotional bodies, to separate what is false and what is true, and to break through the cycles of suffering. And then call in from the north, Hummingbird, sweet Hummingbird, who teaches us about purpose and connects us to our wisdom, the wisdom of our soul's purpose, which is more than our career. It's more than the labels that we put on ourselves and the labels that others put on us. Ask Hummingbird to come into your space now. And then in the east, call in Eagle, Condor, the great winds of spirit. And they represent the most subtlest part of us, the purest essence within. They are the bridge to our higher self in the unseen realms, in the Hanakpacha, the upper worlds. And then feel this deep sense of gratitude plugging into Mother Earth, to Pachamama, to the 4-legged ones, the creepy crawlers, the winged ones, the finned ones, and the furred ones. Feel this deep sense of gratitude to the native spirits of the land on which you currently live. And ask them for your support, and also ask them for permission so that they help you access your higher self. And then feel this upward connection into the Hanakpacha, into Mother Moon, Father Sun, to all our star brothers and sisters in the heavens. Call them down to open up a portal of celestial light to hold you in a divine space that is timeless and infinite. And so now sacred space is open. Take a deep breath in again, and a deep breath out. Inhale completely. Exhale deeply. One more full breath in, feeling your sacred space amplify. And exhale, get grounded in the here and now. Sitting up tall, allow your hands to rest anywhere that feels right. Keep the breath smooth and steady. A good rule of thumb is to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. The exhale through the mouth will soften your jaw and release your neck. If you prefer a more warming breath, you can inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, only if you're not biting through your teeth and tensing your jaw and neck. Keep the breath slow and steady. Inhaling on a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue breathing in this pattern on your own. Let go of the counting of the breath and just feel the slowness of this 4 count. You can use your heartbeat. You can use your intuitive sense of knowing. Allow your physical body to soften. Let go of the tension in the feet, the legs, any tension trapped in the hip sockets. Release the space around the lower back, the sacral bone area, the front of the hip crease. Create space up through the length of the lower back, into the entire structure of the ribs, expansive across the shoulder blades, down through the arm bones, the wrists, and the hands. Feel length up through the neck, softness through the jaw, opening through the base of the skull. The eyes and the ears, the cheekbones, all of that softens. Feel an expansion across the brow and this energetic connection through the crown of the head that goes up into the unseen, into spirit, and that energy also travels down through the center of the brain into the spinal cord. Now that you've anchored the physical body in softness, make the commitment to your mental and emotional body that you will breathe. You will acknowledge whatever comes in through the mind, through the heart, as part of your experience without denying it, but also at the same time setting it aside so that it does not own your current experience right now. I invite you to call in the aid of eagle and condor from the east to support you in drawing the merkabah in your mind's eye, using your intelligence to create the sacred symmetry of the merkabah. Draw the pyramid pointing upwards in gold. So the pyramid has 4 sides. 3 sides of the triangle are connected, that are pointing upright, and the 4th side of the triangle creates the base that is sitting underneath you. Allow this golden pyramid to expand in all directions of space and time, and you are in the middle of it. When you're complete with that, you draw it in the opposite direction. It is a downward pyramid, the exact same shape in the other way, and the 2 pyramids intersect, the upward and the downward. Now visualize the upward pyramid spinning clockwise. And then have also the downward pyramid spinning counterclockwise. And the 2 are moving faster and faster, faster than the speed of light. Faster and faster, faster and faster. Spinning so fast that all this golden light from the pyramids is turning into a bright orb. Feel this golden light emanate out out beyond your physical body, out beyond into your room or the space that you're in. And continue spinning it so fast that it feels like it's a transporter taking you across time and space. And your consciousness is intact to witness all that is coming. And so you feel yourself going further and further away from where you are now, but also closer and closer to where you are now, all at the same time. It is the paradox of the micro and the macro. In 11 counts, I will count down. And when I get to 1, you will arrive in a different world. A world that is more magical than this one, where the laws of physics of Earth do not apply here. That anything that is instantaneously willed can happen. And so we travel there in 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, getting nearer and nearer, 6, 5, 4, leaving the Earth behind, 3, 2, and 1, arriving into this magical upper world where anything is possible. And look around you. See what you see, smell what you smell, hear what you hear, feel and sense what you sense. And up ahead, you see a door. Notice the shape of the door. Look at the handle on the door. That's very specific, very unique. And you know, just by looking at the shape of this door and the handle of this door, that when you open it, there's someone on the other side who you will meet, and it is your higher self. The purest, most divine aspect of you that is unchangeable, that is forever and always connected to spirit. And so take 3 deep breaths, and when you're ready, you open that door. 3. Knowing that when you open this door, you will feel this instant recognition. 2. And place your hand on the handle. And 1. Opening the door, and in a flash of light, there you are. Right there. Your highest version of self. Your high self. Look at them. Look in the eyes. Who do you see? Notice what your higher self is wearing, the kind of energy they are emanating. And they greet you with a warm smile, with a knowing look, and this deep kinship that you feel that surpasses any kind of human bond you can ever form on planet Earth instantly becomes re-sparked. And so you greet your higher self, you say hello, and you ask your higher self a few questions. And your higher self will respond either in words or through images or symbols or through gestures, or perhaps just through an energetic frequency that will simply allow you to know. And so you ask your higher self, what is it that I must remember about myself on planet Earth at this time? What must I remember right now? And wait for higher self to respond, and watch it. Listen to it. Feel it. And what is it that you have to remember about yourself? Is it something you've forgotten? Is it a feeling that you need to embody more of in a certain situation you're going through, or day to day overall? And ask higher self, what is it that I must know right now at this time in my life? What is it that I must know? Is it information? Is it something that I'm not quite seeing, that I need to receive more clarity on? What is it that I must know at this time? Then ask your higher self, what is it that I must let go of at this time? Higher self, what is it that I must let go of right now at this time so that I can feel more present, more at peace? And then ask your higher self, how is it that I take the next steps forward? How is it that I take the next steps forward? That can be in a relationship or a project or whatever is coming to the forefront of your consciousness. How can I take the next steps forward? And those steps forward are being presented to you like a map, and higher self is showing you. Steps 1, 2, 3. Maybe it's an obvious roadmap. Maybe it's something a bit more cryptic, but receive that information nonetheless. You don't have to know where you're going to end up. You just need a little push. Just the first few steps is enough. And ask higher self, how is it that I must love in this next coming week or month or year? How is it that I must love? Show me. Is this love more focused on the self? Time to nourish the self, take care of the self? Is this love more focused on others? To give a little bit more time to them, more care and nurture to them, more consideration to them. Higher self, show me, how is it that I must love in the coming weeks, months, or even the next year? And then also ask higher self, show me what is it that I am longing to create that I did not even know that I was longing to create. Higher self, show me what I am longing to create, even though I do not know it yet. And this question really is about going beyond your limited notion of what you think you know. Higher self, show me. Show me beyond what I know. Show me beyond my limitations. There's something that my soul longs to create. Show me an image, show me a sign, a person, give me a phrase, something to see. Just a hint, a clue, a taste. Find it. That's it. Look deeper into that seed of inspiration. And now take these last few moments to ask your higher self anything that is important to you right now, if there's anything else left to ask. If not, then just sit with higher self and bask in their pure essence. Feel their energy radiating inside and out of you as you merge with their essence. And whatever it is that you are feeling, experiencing, sensing into, bring it slowly to a halt, giving gratitude to your higher self, knowing that you can always return to your higher self in these magical worlds at your own time in the future whenever you need. But for now, this is enough. So thank you, higher self. Thank you for guiding me, for showing me, for giving me certain symbols, certain bits of information that will help me make more aligned decisions in the coming days. But for now, I say goodbye. And so say goodbye to your higher self. And you will go back through the door that you came through. And then traveling back through the merkabah, find the golden upward pyramid and the downward pyramid and spin them. Upward pyramid clockwise, downward pyramid counterclockwise, spinning them as fast as you can. Feeling into your breath and allowing the merkabah to become a vehicle of transportation to take you all the way from these higher realms back to planet Earth. I will count from 1 to 11. When you get to 11, you will arrive back into your room in the present timeline, in the here and now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, getting closer and closer to dense sun and moon and planet Earth. 8, 9, 10, and 11, arriving. Arriving into your room, your space, feeling into the bones, your body, your blood, your skin, the air all around you, and into this warmth in your heart that came from your traveling and witnessing of your higher self. Slowly bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart and start to friction them together, building some heat. Reconnecting to the fire of your palms, feeling that energy in the palms, connecting to the passion of your heart. Gradually bring this frictioning to a halt in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Finding stillness, push the palms firmly to the center, widening through the elbows, bow the chin down to your chest. And take all that energy from the merkabah and shrink it down into your bones. So the energy of this merkabah is now contracting. You're placing it inside of you. and allow the merkabah to continue working its light, its magic through you while you're asleep. And you can always spin the merkabah whenever you need to remember to connect to light, because it is a vehicle of light to take us to a place of higher frequency, of higher knowing, of higher wisdom. And it's a great vehicle to connect us to our higher self when we need to remember it. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes and come back. Thank you so much for going on this journey with me, using the merkabah to connect to our higher self. There's many different ways to connect to the higher self. This is just one way. Continue practicing and exploring. You can do this meditation on repeat, and it's really nice to do differently. It feels different during the daytime and also in the evening. If you're doing it in the evening, it might be nice to light some candles around you, and you will receive different wisdom. Continue practicing your meditations, your journeying. We have so many to choose from. All of our live meditations are at roundglass.com, or they're on our Round Glass app. Thanks so much. This is Chong, and I will see you in another journey. Have a good day.